Hello, this is my review for Dark Shadows. Wow, it's a Tim Burton film. I imagine if you're watching this review you probably know what the film is about. Anyway, so I'll try and do it with as few spoilers as I can, just following what was in the trailer. But obviously this is one of those new modern trailers where, to be honest, it's most of the film anyway, so I can't really spoil it that much anyway. Basically, the character that Johnny Depp plays, he annoys a witch back in the past, about 200 years ago or so, and instead of dying at her hands, she falls in love with him so much that she decides to make him immortal and wants to make him a vampire. So she makes him a vampire so he can be round her forever, and then that doesn't quite go right, so she ends up putting him in a cask and sealing him up for 200 years. He then escapes, and then it's the hilarious interactions that you'd have between a vampire and people in the 1970s. I tell from my voice, I felt a little bit let down by this film. I really love Johnny Depp, he's great, and I really like the whole concept of the film. After coming out of it, I actually truly did feel like something had happened to me. Some form of drug had been introduced into my body. All the colours are slightly askew. The storyline is quite trippy and quite weird and quite surreal. The combination of all that with just general strangeness, I think probably made it come over to me quite a weird film. Acting throughout, pretty amazing. I mean, everybody plays a larger than life character in it. And it's never going to be easy to play such big characters, especially when there's just big character after big character after big character. Reminds me quite a lot of the Addams Family films, actually, that kind of where there are just lots of individual characters who don't quite mesh together, but you're meant to kind of think they're a family. Cinematography, Tim Burton, amazing. I mean, absolutely amazing. It is not like any Hollywood film you have seen. It's a bit like some of Tim Burton's other films, but it's not like any other Hollywood film you can go and see. And for that, I have to take my hat off to him. Storyline, pretty good. Yeah. I mean, it's a bit weak, to be honest. It just doesn't gel, I suppose, is the problem. The characters don't seem to gel. I found, as I said already, it felt like there were multiple characters trying to be too big to try and fill in one film. And you normally have one main character or two main characters in a film. And there's probably about 7 quite big characters actually in this film, and they're all kind of clashing. And it does work, don't get me wrong, it's probably one of the best films that you can go and watch, but it's something not quite right with it. It's just a little bit poor, a little bit bad. And for me, I think part of it is the fact that I already knew the storyline before I went to see it, and partly that's because of the fact that I've seen the trailer. I've seen the trailer 30-40 times over the last 3 months at different cinemas, and it drives you potty. I absolutely hate it when they show 2-minute trailer or whatever it is, ridiculously long trailer of a film. I mean, and they pretty much show it in perfect chronological order. So whilst I'm sat there going, actually, but didn't that place explode? Oh, that's going to come up. There's just no excitement anymore in films when they show these massive trailers, because I remember it all. I remember every little part of the trailer. I'm not going to forget it, am I? That is my job. And it's quite annoying when you actually see it and you know that, oh, well, what's the point in them doing that up? Because it's going to blow up. It'd actually be quite nice to actually not know all these things before you go to see a film. So anyway, all in all, my overall review is pretty good, definitely worth seeing, and I'm going to give it 3.5 out of 5. That's not fantastic for a Tim Burton film, actually. I imagine I would have probably given it higher. It's not the best Tim Burton film, but it's still amazing for a Hollywood film. Definitely go and see it. Really good and amazing, and I don't think you'll regret it if you go and see it. It is quite surreal and clunky acting throughout, but it's alright. Thank you very much for watching this review. Please don't forget to subscribe or rate and comment below. Thank you.